For Sydney FC, the equation today is simple. Win and they secure their third Premier's plate in a row. Lose or draw, and Western United, after their victory against Western Sydney Wanderers just moments ago, will snatch it from their grasp. Standing in their way today are the Newcastle Jets, well out of finals contention but playing for pride, as well as hoping to send Claire Coelho, Tara Andrews and also Tegan Allen into retirement with a memorable win. Let's take a look at the home side today. One change from the team that got the job done against Perth midweek. Kirsty Fenton comes in to replace New Zealand international Anna Green at left back. Charlotte McLean still out with a fractured cheekbone, so Deborah Ann Delaharp will partner Nat Tobin in the centre of defence. The debutante last week, Annika Stajic, drops out of the matchday squad. Meanwhile, for the Jets, unchanged to the team that won the Battle of the Wooden Spoon last week. That means that Tara Andrews, who has scored 19% of all of Newcastle's goals in their history, starts on the bench in her final game. Also a big game for 40-cap Matilda Tegan Allen, given the captain's armband in her final game before retirement. Well, for Newcastle, in fact, we've had a late change on their team news as we see their fans enjoying this pre-game. It's Chloe Wallendow who's come in for Tessa Tamplin late on, and, well, it's been a rainy day in Sydney today, but that doesn't deter these fans. And for Sydney FC fans, hoping for their third Premier's plate in a row. Sydney FC coach Ante Juric, coach since 2017. He has the chance to add another premiership to the two that he's already won with his side. He only has one championship, however, and the 4 grand final losses in his tenure will burn. All eyes will be on if his team can break their curse this season. Sydney FC looking to get us underway in their home sky blue. Looks like Rachel Lowe standing over the top of it, going from left to right on your screen. We are underway, a crucial clash at Allianz Stadium. If Sydney FC win this afternoon, they are premiers. Alongside me in commentary today is someone who knows all about winning premierships, Teresa Polias. Teresa, what will be going through the players' heads at the moment?
What a huge game, Taryn. It's an honour to co-call it with you today. Very exciting stuff. And look, at this point, the players have gone through their warm-ups. The game's begun, so they're in that zone now. The first 5-10 minutes will be the time they want to settle and really get into their playing style. So hopefully they've prepared well and are raring to go.
Well, here's Hawkesby with the ball high up the pitch, but called back for offside. And looking at the table, you'd imagine that we'll see Sydney FC dominate these proceedings, but football is a funny game. You just don't know what will happen. And of course, the Jets with plenty of motivation of their own today.
Absolutely. The Jets will be wanting to spoil the party for Sydney FC. It's a crucial game, so much on the line, and the Jets are seeing out a couple of greats, and they'll want them to be seen out with a win, that's for sure.
Oh, driving forward, Fenton with the ball in, hacked away by Allen, and out for the first corner of the game. Already confirmed as head coach next season after taking over from Ash Wilson in early February, Gary Van Egmond will be hoping to use this final game to instill his playing style on the group. And Newcastle looking to play it out. Teresa, in these conditions, is it possible to have a kind of possession passing game, or do you need to play long? We'll hold that thought as Hawkesby driving forward. Rachel Lowe takes a strike. Georgie Worth collects.
Look, you can opt to play out, but it's very, very risky at this point in the game as well. Look, the ball is so unpredictable, so you can see players stumbling and stopping and starting at the roll of the ball. So, look, you know, it's very brave of Newcastle to try to be playing out, but I think passing that middle third suits them.
Abini still going. Abini takes a strike! Just over the crossbar from Princess Abini. Looking for her 8th of the season. And that turn of pace, that's what she can do.
She's brought that down really, really well, and it does what she loves doing, cutting in and striking that ball. Not a bad strike there.
Vine central for Hunter. Spreads it out to Abini. Abini against Wallendow. Goes around one. Princess Abini cuts back. Hawkesby and in. Sydney FC take the lead against the Newcastle Jets. Wonderful work from Princess Abini to put Mackenzie Hawkesby on the spot. A neat little chip and nothing that Georgie Worth could do in the end.
Look at this beautiful piece of technicality here from both players, really. Princess Abini, fantastic effort, beating her defender one-on-one. And what about that lovely little chip over the goalkeeper? She made it look so easy there, but that is a really difficult thing to do under pressure. She's beautifully weighted that ball right over the goalkeeper.
Unbelievable, on a non-preferred foot as well. To pull that off, I think it caught all of us by surprise as Newcastle looking to drive forward, but intercepted very calmly by Sydney's defence. And now Sydney are away. Look at the speed of Courtney Vine. She comes away with it here, Vine. She's got Low in front of her. Courtney Vine assessing her options. Plays it back to Hunter. Georgie Worth collects.
Once again, Cannon Clough, she does enough to hold up Courtney Vine until she got numbers back to assist her, and Newcastle get the ball back. Great defensive work.
She's done quite well on that side so far, Cannon Clough. Johnson plays it back. Davis turns away into some space. And they're really struggling with the conditions there, Cass Davis, and could only kick it out.
Yeah, the Jets are a little predictable at the moment. They're playing into the hands of Sydney FC at the moment, and Sydney FC are in huge control of this game as a result.
Long diagonal, was looking for Vine, but cut out by Cannon Clough, who's had a lot of work to do on that side. Johnson through to Roach, who'll look to play in Lauren Allen. Jana Wyman out well.
That was better play then from Newcastle. They looked to play forward. They had support around the ball. Can they now do that quicker?
Well, Hawkesby thought that she was away then, but denied by the assistant referee's offside flag. Hawkesby, of course, responsible for the 1 goal difference in this game so far. A wonderful chip over Georgie Worth. The touch of absolute quality, that goal.
Mackenzie Hawkesby, what a player, and what a player she's been for Sydney the past 2-3 seasons, really. She's such a key player in attack, but she's a workhorse as well. Very, very unique and crucial player for them.
Up the line, looking for Courtney Vine. She's in space here, Courtney Vine. She'll shoot and forced just wide by Emily Garnier.
Here's that run from Courtney Vine, and she looked up, and I think she was confused at seeing Georgie Worth leave that near post wide open.
Of course, a reminder of what's at stake in this game. If Sydney FC win, they are premiers for the 3rd year in a row, the first team to ever do that in this competition. We've seen some great teams in this competition, but Sydney FC looking to be up there with the best. Still a long way to go in this game. Nat Sobin, free kick. Oh, Beanie in the penalty area. Princess Beanie will shoot, deflected away, still there on the follow-up. But Lucy Johnson manages to do just enough for the Jets. Now, Courtney Vine, what can she deliver? In behind and out for a goal kick. And that was so close to
danger signs again. What an opportunity. Great ball in from Nat Tobin. Good little flick on there from Charlie Rule, and it lands at Princess Savini's feet, and that's the last person you want landing at, especially today. She's on fire today. She cuts it across once again, and that was another great chance for Sydney FC.
As the clock ticks down to half-time, Worth will kick for distance, but Sydney FC, one last opportunity. Courtney Vine bundled over by Cannon Clough. Now, the referee has not awarded a foul. And I tell you what, if she had, there would have been a decision to make. But no foul awarded, so no card awarded.
Interesting call from the referee here, and Courtney Vine furious once again, and she needs to be careful here and keep her emotions in check. She is on a yellow card, but how about this ball through from Mackenzie Hawkesby? Beautifully weighted on such a hard pitch to judge, but ooh, I'm pretty sure there was some contact there.
Well, I'm sure that foul will be one for discussion during the halftime break, and it is halftime at Allianz Stadium. Sydney FC have been the dominant team, one goal to show for it. Mackenzie Hawkesby with a wonderful chip after a fantastic assist from Princess Beanie. Halftime, it's Sydney FC 1, Newcastle Jets 0.
We have a superstar in the making here, still only 15 years old, and the maturity she has on the pitch is phenomenal.
Well, it's the Jets who get us back underway in this second half, and the stakes today are high. If Sydney FC win, they will become premiers for the third season in a row. And for the Jets, well, their motivation, their three retiring players, Claire Coelho, Tara Andrews and Tegan Allen as well. And also, they'll be looking to just spoil Sydney FC's party.
Definitely, I think they'll be out to spoil Sydney's party. You know, over the years, they've been the underdogs, and today they would want nothing more than a win over Sydney FC.
An early shot from Cannon Clough. A high interception up the pitch, just not able to get the purchase on it that she would have liked. But certainly, for all of Sydney's domination, at only 1-0, it is still anyone's game.
It is. Sydney can't rest on their laurels here. They've got a lot of work to do in this half.
Well controlled by Lowe, and now Hawkesby into space. Mackenzie Hawkesby not able to make it to Georgie Worth. Able to save. Hawkesby disappointed with the effort, but an early chance for Sydney.
It was industrious work once again from Mackenzie Hawkesby. The ball lands to her feet in a really good area, and perhaps she's thinking she could have dribbled further, closer to the goal and slotted that home, but she opted for the finish outside the box, which is a lot harder to do.
Now the conditions look to maybe be slightly easier than they were in the first half. Still very damp out there. There's been a lot of rain in Sydney today. Allianz, one of the best surfaces in the business, of course, but still finding it very tough under this weather. Courtney Vine on a tear. Still going here. Vine on the edge of the area, bundled over. Foul awarded. And a yellow card produced against Emily Garnier. Sydney FC with a set-piece opportunity just outside the box.
She's got her foul this time. Courtney Vine definitely getting a lot of attention from the Jets defenders, but definite foul there and in a very dangerous position for Mackenzie Hawkesby. And Sarah Hunter, it looks like.
We've seen her this season. The young Matilda, been somewhat of a breakout season for her. 4 goals this season and 2 assists as well, to go alongside her industrious work in midfield. Sarah Hunter to make it 2. Hunter just over the crossbar into the Cove, who are assembling behind the goals. And well, on that occasion, just high and wide, but another chance for Sydney. And Madison Haley, the American, coming on to the pitch. 8 goals, 2 assists from Stanford University. And well, things certainly aren't getting any easier for the Jets. Well, tries to find Wallendow, but left the ball behind there, the 17-year-old. Dos Santos will wind up for the shot herself, deflected. And out for a corner. And it looks like we have a Jets player in a little bit of trouble. Deflection just injuring her.
She's gone for the shot here, and it was quite a quick shot there. The contact made by the ball was quite intense, so good to see Emily Garnier up and okay at this point.
But good to see her back and on her feet. Of course, for those that don't know, the physio came on, so she has to make way, but Hawkesby with the corner. Looking for the back post, Haley, a beanie, crossbar. Well, a set piece made on the training ground, almost working to perfection, but a beanie's header just missing the frame of goals.
What does Princess Savini have to do for the ball to go in today? But what a great nod back here from Madison Haley. And it just tips the top of that bar.
Finds Tobin again. Centre back doing overlapping duties. Will try to find a teammate, finds Rule, but headed away. And Newcastle, can they counter? This is where they just haven't quite been quick enough today. Abini put it back into the mixer, headed away. Haley not able to get on the end of it. But again, Sydney come. Kirsty Fenton now will play it out to Vine. Courtney Vine across to Indiana Dos Santos. Rule palmed away, but Haley, oh, how has she missed? Madison Haley in front of goals, deflected wide. And you will not see a better opportunity to double their lead than that.
Get a load of this footwork from the youngster. She opened herself up for a great shot. And Madison Haley with the follow-up there. So unfortunate.
Claire Quaylo, a goalkeeper sub, coming on for Georgie Worth. Quaylo's final appearance in the A-League Women. Her 49th appearance. 48 of those for Newcastle, 1 actually coming for Sydney. But here also, Tara Andrews, what a legend of this league. Debuted October 5th, 2009, and since then has scored 19% of the total goals of the Newcastle Jets women's team. An incredible contribution, 45 in total, and she'll be hoping for 1 or 2 more now.
An amazing career, and her last hurrah, she'll come out doing everything she possibly can to get on the score sheet for the very last time.
Well, here comes Sydney. They don't care about Tara Andrews, they care about the Premier's plates, and Courtney Vine releasing her strike, just missing the frame of goal. They don't care about a fairy tale for Quaylo. They don't care about a fairy tale for Andrews. They just want this win.
They do. They've got one job today, and that's to secure the premiership. So another chance there for Courtney Vine.
Haley Hawkesby. Oh, Quaylo. Oh, no. Disaster for Claire Quaylo. Hawkesby has her second. Sydney FC double their lead. And an absolute disaster for the retiring goalkeeper.
And it lands at Mackenzie Hawkesby's feet. She looks up, the shot was on, and you'd think that's an ordinary catch for the goalkeeper, and unfortunately in her last game, she's taken her eye off the ball and fumbled it into the goal. How unfortunate for Claire Coelho, and very, very fortunate for Mackenzie Hawkesby.
Oh, 5 minutes of additional time for Newcastle, and Ash Brodigan, well, was almost in some space, but Deborah Ann Delaharp, one cap for Ireland, disrupts her, and now Vine. Courtney Vine to make it 3! Courtney Vine puts the cherry on top for Sydney FC. 3 goals to the good, and you would have to think now that this is the march to the premiership.
Almost there. I'm still not convinced anything happens in this game, but Courtney Vine finally got her goal. What a great one-on-one finish. Another area this season that she's really knuckled down on, and she's doing so well with those one-on-one finishes. That one through the legs of Claire Coelho.
We spoke earlier about how much Vine has improved in terms of her delivery into the box, in terms of those assists, but she's also improved so much at her finishing. Hunter, oh, finds Vine, wonderful ball from Sarah Hunter. Courtney Vine, one-on-one to make it 4. She does, never in doubt, Courtney Vine, and it's party time for Sydney FC.
I'll say it now, I think you're right, Taryn. Party time, Sydney FC. What a wonderful ball through from Sarah Hunter, and again, fantastic one-on-one finish. Have a look at this ball through. The vision of Sarah Hunter, phenomenal. And once again, Courtney Vine shows us all what she's been working on. One-on-one finishing, too good.
Well, Courtney Vine, just fantastic in this game, has been a constant threat, a handful for the Jets defenders, and now 2 late goals, a just reward. That is full time. Sydney FC are premiers for the 3rd season in a row. The first team ever to do so in this competition. They celebrate as they should. Everyone comes onto the bench. Staff are falling over. Players are falling over. Scenes of absolute jubilation. At full time, Allianz Stadium, it's Sydney FC 4, Newcastle Jets 0.
I present you the Premiers, Sydney FC!
Sydney FC, premiers of the Liberty A-League 2022-23. Wonderful scenes, fireworks in the background.